I don't know. It could go either way, but I think Radix definitely have the upper hand here. They know the map a little bit better. Reason need to come up with something big, something special. They want to be able to take us to the full distance and go for the 4-map series. Armor being brought up on Karma, Thomas, and Cinder. Smoke and 2 flashes, moving towards the A site for Reason Gaming, and no utility actually to stop them on Radix. So they're going just for those angels, trying to be able to rotate around. We'll see how it goes as they execute onto A.
Here they come. Dancy through the smoke, though. Drops Hoodlum to start things off. And now here comes the Reason side. 5v4. Dom trying to peek out, spot any information that he can, but he's not getting anything. Karma, as a result, is going to take down Dancy. Dom's not there to support, but does get the trade out eventually. Thomas now out towards Forklift. Spots out bot Dom. Takes down the bot, takes him down to a 3v3. Cinder with a raid boss. Trying to tap his way, taking down Dom. Ozzy denies the bomb plant as well, but he does get stuck to a 2 versus 2 now. 40 seconds for Radix to retake, 10 of which need to be stuck on a defuse now. Ozzy peeking on through. Spots Cinder, takes the head, and now it's all Karma to try and line up 2 nice heads. He's got to try find them. They're both coming in from the same angles. Lands the first. No, he's just getting tag damage, running away, getting a different position, gets the head onto Ozzy, and now it's all Rom. P2K in his hand, going to stick tap the bomb for the first time. Karma's now just playing for time. He knows that there's no defuse kit on the Radix side, but Rom will still take the kill, and will still try and stick the defuse. This is going to be close, but I think he's barely got it, or does he? I think he does. Yes, he does. Rom clutches it out for his team by the skin of their teeth. 1-0 favour of the Radix side.
Absolutely down to the wire there. Little tiny bit longer. Reason Gaming would have had that one. I think he made a mistake actually holding his knife out and going for that little bit of extra speed. Going for those face-offs with the gun would have actually meant that he would be able to pressure Radix a little bit further back. Unfortunately, it didn't go across like that, and they were able to take the defuse. And there, as I said, fractions of a second left. If they'd have gone for that little bit more pressure, I think they could have zoned him out and actually made sure that he couldn't have gone for the defuse there. But A site again on the cards for Reason Gaming. Deagles on Karma and Thomas. Hoodlum Matt getting tagged up, and they go for the push.
Yeah, Domax with MBK corner should be able to shut this one down. Not a whole lot for Reason Gaming. They're just going to allow him to farm up the money. Indeed, Dancy gets himself 2 kills in the exchange as well. Easy as, not too much out of the ordinary for the Radix side. So 2-0 Reason. Going to buy up into this one bomb plant and the pistol save in the second. Means that the third will have AKs out on the board here. So will come to be utility probably available for Reason as well. Cinder not going to buy just yet. Yeah, there it is. I wasn't sure if we were having an issue with hearing the ticks in my head, so I wasn't too sure if there was going to be calling a pause or something. But either way, Reason now making their way into the garage area. Aggression coming out from Radix, so it's going to shut down Cray, and already they're going to find themselves at a huge disadvantage just starting things off in the opening seconds of the round.
A little bit of team damage there actually coming out onto Dream. Not going to be too devastating. Cinder finding one from Boost as well. Rom does get evened up, equalized there. Radix with that 2-0 lead, don't want to let this one slip here. Reason Gaming do have that full AK buy, but they're running low on utility now. Just that Molotov really to zone them off. Thomas does not let that phase him though. Able to pick off Dom as they start their aggression in towards mid as well. Now B seems to be in their sights right now. Thomas playing from vent, watching for anyone playing checkers. Slowing it down. 1 minute left on the clock, so they've got plenty of time to play with 3v4. 1 player left alone on the A side. The vent gets broken. They're going to hear that one. Thomas opens it up, but Ozzy's there ready and waiting. Finds 1, 2, 3, and will he close it out with a 4th? No, Hoodlum Matt able to shut him down, but taken very, very low, and that gives Dancy's a brilliant opportunity for a retake here. Hoodlum's so low, and some utility for Dancy's.
Oh yeah, the low HP is always going to hurt you in this case. Hoodlum had a chance. It's a little bit too aggressive, looking for the frag rather than for the round, rather than anything else. 3-0 favour of Radix so far. Reason with a bomb plant though. Money line's not looking that bad, but I do not see a buy coming through here. I do not see a very smart buy, at least for Reason, unless they really wanted to force buy, in which case UMPs probably be out. Little bits of utility here, there, Kevlar helmets, and actually they will go in with the AKs here. Upgraded pistols at best for Cray. Karma, Deagle dropped. Yeah, Reason going to go for that same Radix force, but we've been seeing from them time and time again with the AKs and the pistols. So let's see if they can put it into work and effectiveness as much as Radix did over on Overpass here. 1 minute 40. No early pixel tags or charges, although Ron once again going in with the aggression. Nobody there to get the trade, but Cray could get caught off guard so easily if he spots that small pixel. And now he will hold face with the aggression here.
Rom did spot him out. They do both know that each other are there. Cray dodging out the side of those bullets just in time. Could have gone down there, but slowing us down again. Reason Gaming don't try and take that initiative. Zoning him out of Sunroom with that Molotov. Rom still holding aggressively here. Thought Cray was jumping around the corner there, but no. Again, he sidesteps. Bullets don't land, and Rom goes for the spray through the smoke. Doesn't manage to land any damage, and they're just slowing down and playing it very, very passively. Mid control actually given over here to Reason Gaming. Dream holding in mid very, very passively. Goes for the peak at exactly the right time. Thomas does close him out. Finally, Dantes goes down as well towards the A bomb site, and the spray comes through actually towards Dantes on Squeaky. I think a body got trapped on Squeaky as it closed. So yeah, we had a little bit of a sound glitch there, but Thomas and Hoodle and Matt now have to hold this A-bomb site, and it's not going to go well as Aussie starts us off. Dom finishes it over onto the A site as Radix get the defuse and push us in. 4 rounds to the advantage.
Nicely done from Radix. 3 AKs was recovered as well. Reason, I think more of a misplay than anything else to buy in those AKs. Now Radix have it on their side of things. They got a bomb plant out of it, but doesn't mean a whole lot when your full investment was in that last round. Have got more money. Yeah, you have got more money in the bank than the last time around, but even so, it's going to be relatively limited in terms of utility. 5 AKs will come out, 1 full set, but we just take a look at it compared to the Radix side. You know, it's night and day at this point in terms of the utility side of things. Reason could still have an execution. Would like to see an execution coming in from Reason, but still not to be here. They will set themselves up for a default here. 1 player playing out towards the mid area. Oh, sorry, from the BSI area, and actually the mid play will come through from Reason instead. Thomas, early flick, drops the head of Dream, and then make their way in towards the site now. Towards Highway, it looks to be an A hit, but look at Dance. He's going to find himself 2 nice skill spots at the third, but backs off smartly to allow his teammates the information and just rotate back away to a more passive angle.
Very nice pick up there from Dances. Good rotations coming out from Radix, and that is going to mean that they are on the advantage now. Bomb moving towards B site. Once again, they're going to be trying to push their way on through there. Rom, I'm imagining it's Rom anyway. He's been there pretty much every single round. In Sunroom. Coming through Hoodle and Matt. Very, very wary of this position. They know he's been playing aggressive, but he doesn't check it quite enough. And he is able to get the frag off, and now Cray and Karma, without the bomb, have to try and get something out. The Aussie is playing from heaven. Cray finds 1, but left alone. Versus 3, it's not looking too hopeful. Does get closed out. Rom able to make the lurk work for him.
And that round was basically game, set, and match for Radix. Once Reason had dropped the bomb. So 5-0 Radix, a dominant start this time on their CT side. Reason not having the best of times getting started here for the T side. Tech9's small amounts of a bit of a quasi coming out for Reason here. A couple of flashbangs, mostly pistols though, most of those Tech9s and Deagles with what they have to play with here, looking for those opening 1-digs. And Rom could offer it up to them, or he could take himself some 1-taps instead, just gets out the information and backs himself off back in towards headshot area of the site. And Reason, you know, map advantage control, but once again, not much more coming in from these guys. They want to try to see if they can pick up anything that they can. Bomb's heading its way out towards the A site. They're not giving away any information as well. And they are going to hold actually with a 3rd man rotating into towards Z connector. Could go ahead and wrap himself back around towards the B site. But no, Dream takes down Thomas. Starts things off great for Radix, of course. But Reason haven't really got much fight left in them in this round here. 3 men out towards an A split. I think this might be the best opportunity for them. Get Karma onto the site, get the bomb planted, and get yourself extra economy for round number 7.
Only Tech9s, really. 6-round lead right this early in. It's very, very strong. Oh, the graphic has updated. 1-all on the maps, but yeah, as I say, that Dream and Dom just sort of start shutting down players left, right, and centre. The spray not actually landing towards there. Maybe take your time, re-aim, get those tipper-tappers, but Dream and Aussie take us home now as 6-0 is the scoreline. Radix Esports stretching ever further into the lead, and Reason Gaming have to come in pretty strong if they want to be able to have a good half on the board. Buys coming out. Thomas with the AWP. No utility there actually, but Reason Gaming, first time that we've seen an AWP I think in this match so far. In this map so far, sorry.
Yeah, Thomas is going to be the van that finally buys down into that huge investment, but even though Radix have got themselves a totally different strategy to try and deal with this. He himself is playing out towards the B site in halls, hoping for aggression from the Radix side, but not to be found in this particular case. And Reason also have aggressive liberties into that middle area. Molotov out, Cinder trying to flush CTs away, but Radix once again putting one man boosted in towards the events area. We'll just hold back and wait, wait for Reason's push to come on through Aston, and eventually, and actually Cinder reads onto it so well, takes down Aussie, and as well as that, Karma takes down Dancer, going too aggressive for his own right. A 3 versus 5. Reason now back in the driver's seat, and Dream is even going to hand himself a kill straight into Thomas. They're just falling apart the Radix side, just mostly down to a couple of misplays, and Reason finding themselves small advantages here, there, and everywhere. Even Thomas lands the head of Rom. A nice flick with the AWP. It leaves Dom alone, 1v5. This is an impossible retake.
I said Reason needed to come in strong, and they certainly did just that. Going to be putting around on the board. Zero possibility that Dom gets this back. Absolutely no way, especially given that he's not moving from that A site. So they're opting to go for that save. Has a lot of economic strength just sat on him. They do have a lot of money. They don't need to go for those picks. I mean, actually, given that they have a lot of money, he could go for those exit frags a little bit closer to the site. It doesn't matter too much if he drops off this gun. They will have enough money to buy up into the next round. They're doing all the damage they can to Reason Gaming to try and keep that economy in check for them. Would definitely be worth it. So, I'm not sure if I agree with this posture on A site from Dom, but there you are. That's what they've opted to do. Radix take us 6-1. Reason Gaming put their first round on the board of this map. And, well, Radix probably not too happy with that one.
No, I think Dom really just wanted the AK more than anything else. That AK is always one-tap headshot, which is the M4s do not provide for the CT side. So having that extra weapon in your hands can prove to be a bit of an upgrade against what Reason Gaming are going to bring to the round here. So double up in play, Rom and Dancy playing for Radix Esports. One out towards B site, one out towards mid control, and looks like Reason. Well, once again, this weird sort of play style here, not finding a default, not using a default of any kind. They're just trying to find map control, early picks, and no, not a whole lot will come through in the early part of this round. Let's put it that way. Dancy, we're going to get spotted out by Thomas, so he's just going to get tapped away by other players out towards the icebox. Oh my God, Thomas! He spotted out a single pixel, zoomed in to verify it, and he knows exactly where to aim. Took Dancy's head off. Perfectly placed from the man.
That's a very good example of how standing further away from an angle can really, really affect how you're playing. He had no idea that he was getting scoped in on there. There's no way he could have seen that. Saw the shoulder from a long distance, obviously, because you're playing from that single point perspective of view. You don't have the same sort of angles, and the wider, basically the further away you are from an angle, the more advantage you have. Someone standing closer, because you will be able to see more of them, and they won't be able to see you. But that really paid off there as Rom finds one of his own. Hurdle and Matt putting up a little bit more of a challenge than Dancy's did in mid, but nonetheless managed to find it. And now 6-1, looking to be extended by both teams here, but the spray from Dream comes good, and there is going to be a bit of contention coming up. Thomas looking for the no-scope, lands it. Bomb picked up, 2v1 now, Rom and Aussie on the retake. AWP versus AWP and M4 as Aussie shuts us down, and Radix break the economy on Reason Gaming.
Oh dear, not looking good to be Reason right now. They're going to get reset. Bomb plant comes in, so they have themselves, at the very least that much, but that's just not going to mean a full buy up.
I say break.
I mean,
don't really mean it. They do actually have a significant amount of money. They're going to be able to full buy here. An AWP potentially even going over to Karma or Craze budget. Nope, they opt to go for those full AKs instead. Everything across the board, so yeah, they haven't fully broken it. This will be the round to break it if they do go for it. Radix, 7-1 now. Stop doing that.
Oh my God, come on.
Stop doing that, guys. This is something that we've seen time and time again happening in UKCS this time around. People just stop swinging your knives when you're at spawn. It's very, very easy. Just don't click the buttons on your mouse, or whatever your primary fire is, or secondary fire, and he actually brings Karma down to 39 HP. With a right-click backstab. That is just appalling. You can't be doing that, especially in the position you are in right now. Reason. Yeah, probably some choice words being had right now.
Yeah, massive advantage being given over to Radix. I don't even know it just yet, but meanwhile, Reason actually going to storm their way onto the B side. There will be 3 players to defend, and Aussie going to take that at first. Dream comes through. Thomas gets a trade back, but look at this. They're locking down the site. It's all Karma to play entry to find himself a couple extra frags, and Aussie will pop flash his way out. Second one comes in from his teammate. He takes down the first, looks for a second, but Hoodlum lands a headshot, and there it is. Radix will set up the crossfire enough to defend the site. And Reason just kind of got slaughtered on the push right there. Had themselves a chance towards the end of it with Hoodlum, but 2 members stay alive for Radix. At least Reason can walk away saying, well, we got the damage. But at this point, you take a look at that scoreline and you think, how much damage can be done before they actually get themselves in with a round or 2?
After such a close scoreline on the first map, 16-10, actually pretty close. Well, it was on Reason's pick, to be fair, but Radix just absolutely decimating so far. And Dom with 3 kills straight off the bat against some pistols,
Dancey,
to be fair. But Dancey going for those wallbangs so close to these headshots, but just sailing a little bit wide. Aussie has spotted out the bomb now. Going to be clearing up main, as they do realize that there's no one stood in there. They have pinned them down in their position. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and nowhere to hide. Reason Gaming, 2 players versus 5, bearing down. Radix get the flank on. Aussie checking all his angles, being very, very cautious. The headshot comes through. They're checking it, and Dancey's closes out. 9-1. Radix keep on trucking into the lead.
Trying to find the words to explain Reason Gaming's current position here, because they need to find something to break Radix. They need to find a way into the round here. 5 AKs out for Reason, try to find what they can. It was limited amount of utility as well. It's just not really looking good for them at the moment. 9-1. AWP for Dancey. M4s, AKs for Radix. No reason. What do we do here? What do we do here? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what Reason Gaming can do. They can try for this boost default once again towards the middle area, but it's been shut down time and time again by the Radix side. And Cray will take down Grom, but there's Dream taking himself 2 kills. Massive tank damage onto Karma. And that leaves, well, 3v2. Radix in a nice advantage. Karma and Hoodlum will make their way on towards the 3B side. Well, Hoodlum will make his way on towards the 3B side. Ozzy's going to catch Karma off guard, but the bomb still needs to go down. Need to set up a retake. Need to win a round here, and the Hoodlum is the 1 versus 3 to do it. Out towards Tree, getting closed in from both angles. He's really put himself into a bad spot right here, and I think Ozzy might even just read onto it right here. 50 seconds. In towards Heaven. What's Hoodlum planning here?
Looking like he wants to go for this B site take, and I don't think they actually do know where he is. Heaven is a very odd position for him to be in right now. I think they'd expect him much more likely to be in vents potentially, or towards that A site mid. But we'll see what he's able to do, because they have actually forced the rotate out towards A. Heaven is going to get dropped on. Sunroom could potentially hear this out. We'll see if the movements. I don't think he's heard it, but the plant certainly will be heard here. Now, they are going to have to go for the full rotate. Hoodlum needs to find a strong after-plant position. There is a player coming from Sunroom. Very, very careful. Who's going to win the trade? It's Dancey's and Radix. But another round on the board. 10-1 now. And the economy is, well, looking pretty bad right now for Reason Gaming. They will have a little bit more money from that loss bonus. But it's not going to be enough. They do need something special now. They want to come back into this. And Radix are running away with this one all the time.
Yeah, we've been saying it all game as well. They need to find something special. Reason need to come up huge. But so far, we're not seeing that right now. We're just seeing ecos, failed pushes, forced buys. Which Reason, of course, we're going for one more as well. But like, what more can you say other than this is just stomping so far? Map 2 of our series is going to the favour of Radix, it seems. 9-round deficit. And look, Radix looking to make it 10. Reason. Got to find something at some point, guys. Come on. Make their way in towards, once again, that default split spread pick style. But nothing. That's about it. You know, like nothing being found. Radix knows what to do. Look at Rom even on the boost spot, taking down Cinder. Like, this is just getting embarrassing at this point for Reason. Just missing out on some of the key positions that Radix could be playing at. 5 and 4 immediately for the CT side.
As soon as you break that 10-round barrier in the half, you know you've got a good map on your hands. You hit that 11, pretty much going to be pretty confident that you're going to be able to take it home, because at that point you only need 5 rounds in your terrorist half, or your opposing half, I guess, depending on what side you're on. Obviously terrorists for Radix right now, but Reason aren't quite done just yet. Hoodlum and Thomas finding one. Dancey's echoes, and now it's 3v3 as they start to push on towards B. Bomb rotating away. One player going to be facing them off in the form of Ozzy. That incendiary going to be giving him a little bit more time, and the flashbang as well, allowing both CT players to rotate. They don't have enough time on Reason Gaming side to rotate away, and this scope through the wall not managing to land. Incendiary's coming out. Hoodlum pushing on, gets the spray down onto Ozzy now. 2v3.
Oh no.
Dances. Will he be able to scope out any enemies? That nade could come good. It lands, and Cray goes down. Now 2v2 on the retake. Dom playing from heaven. Dances from CT. Slow and steady. Reason Gaming need to hold their nerve. No utility either side. 2 diffuse kits on both players. Hoodlum has the angle, and there's Dom to close it out. Hoodlum is going to be able to spot out Dances, but that leaves him with no knowledge of where Dom is, but he lands the headshot nonetheless. And Reason Gaming put a second round on the board. Radix still very confident, but that was not a round to lose that they wanted.
And you've got Reason finding themselves small individual players from individual players, and Hoodlum found himself the 4K to keep themselves in that round. The problem is that they've got to play like that as a team. They've got to find some solid rounds rather than 4 players going down and having to rebuy in with Galils versus Radix, who can get out of the AWP and 4 rifle setup again. Lots of work still to do for this T side. 10-5 is the best scoreline they can look for in the end of this half. Round 13 will come into fruition, and Cray will start things off. Dancy's right there with the AWP ready to trade. They will be able to put it into great effect as well. 1-for-1 right here. Radix reset themselves back to standing positions. 4 players from Reason Gaming left alive, and they will try to take some liberties out towards that boost spot in mid. And in mid control as well, actually. This could prove to be relatively alright for them here. No aggression from Radix will try and counteract it. In fact, Dom will actually find the kill on the Thomas right here if he's good enough. I think he did just jump up and find the information. Minute to go though. Rom gets flashed on through, spots out the pixel of Hoodlum. He's shoulder peeking. He's waiting for the face right here, and he will take down Hoodlum eventually. Dom also watching out from quad. Knows that Karma's there. Takes him out of the action. 2 versus 4. Knows where the third player is as well. Thomas and Cinder will try and back into a 2 versus 2. However, they open up the site. But look where the bomb is. Radix have total control of this when the backstab has come up so good for them. And a crucial mistake from Reason Gaming could cost them the 13th round.
Hold your nerve, hold your angles. Dancy's with the AWP able to just shut down pretty much any aggression coming from Squeaky. He's going to be looking out. They're going to be pushing right into his crosshairs. I'm expecting one. There it comes. The other, maybe not. Going wise and not taking the reface. Does not need to go for that as Rom has got his back. And Radix put themselves back into the momentum with that break on the economy for Reason Gaming. Very, very low. Look at the scores as well for Radix Esports. Kills, pretty even across the board. Points very, very close, within 6 points, top to bottom. That's pretty crazy. They're really, really working well as a team on this map.
I mean, when you take a look at Reason Gaming for a second, you can see it's very, very unbalanced on their side. Thomas is the only man who's showing up. He's got himself 12 kills, and that's basically just as much as the lone 2 players on the Radix side. He's holding out for Reason Gaming, keeping themselves together, and in this case, they will try to pistol rush, try to see if they can get a bomb plant again and maybe set up a surprise round of the retake. But 3v2 on B site isn't that difficult to try and do if you are a Radix in this case. 2 M4s, AWP. Thomas ready to frag on through. He's been the man for the Reason Gaming side. Can he do it again? That is the question. Dom backstab. Cray doesn't see it coming. Flashbang. Does get himself taken out of the action. So now it's Thomas. 1-3 clutches it. Takes the first onto Dream. Spots out the second as well. The grenade is going to do some very big damage. Actually, no, he misses, but a Molotov should push him out of position. He's going to be fragged away. Oh my god, the damage is so huge. And Dancy will find the kill eventually. So, Radix will get themselves up to 12. Reason onto 10-round deficit here. This T side really hasn't gone well, has it?
They got to be feeling the burn right about now. It's not looking good for them on this map. They had a very strong showing on Overpass, but as we said before, I was a little bit generous with the scoreline, I think, predicting a 16-7, I think I said at the start of this map. Looks like it could be something like a 16-4 or a 16-3, even, you know, going over to 13 rounds in a single half. For Radix is really, really strong. They are going to be absolutely chuffed to bits with this performance. And, well, see if they can carry that momentum into the next map. I think, what have we got coming up next? We've got Cobble.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well. This might be the point where Reason start thinking about ahead to Cobble. Just look at this. Radix just once again taking aggressive angles that Reason just aren't expecting to fly. And Cray goes dropping. Cinder. Good backstab of the Dom, though. Does take him out of the action. Still got to deal with one out towards the NBK corner. DRM goes there. Dream does go falling. Dances takes down Hoodlum. Bomb goes down 3 for 3 now. Retake incoming for the Radix side. AWP from Dancy peeking on from Truck. One player also out towards the highway area. Aussie goes falling, and Thomas now will look for yet another frag. Spots out the first onto Rom, trying to spray his way, takes himself a second kill, and now it's all Dancy. 1v3, trying to land the flick. One by the first no scope takes down him. But he's out of time, I think, at this point. He's got to go so quick at this point. Grenade doing some serious damage. He's going to have the pistol out, and he will take his way. No way he's going to be able to do this. 5 seconds. Oh! Dancy! What the hell was that?
Dancy! Huge plays coming out from the Radix Esports AWPA, and 13-2 is our scoreline at the half. Incredible display. That long-range no-scope earlier turns around and just absolutely wipes Reason off the face of the map. This is heating up at Radix with a huge play towards the end there. Incredible. Such a show.
They got to pause because they really have to think about what just happened right there. Good God, Dancy. What are you made of? What are you actually made of?
I was going to say, you know what, for Radix, it doesn't matter really that they've lost this round. I was going to say that, and now look at that. Wow, what a play. Probably I think player of the tournament so far.
By far and away, mate. Oh my God. Wow, I'm shaking after that. That was ridiculous.
Such a good play. Such a good play.
13-2, Radix in a huge lead here. Reason, I think this is a tactical pause. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a tactical pause for Reason, because they need it right now. I think they really
honestly,
do.
I think they're probably reviving a couple of their players after that, because they might have fainted after that. Anyway, Radix, 13-2, a dominant scoreline we're seeing here in this map. Map 2 of our best of 5 series, obviously weighted towards Radix coming from that upper bracket final, means that it is 1-1 currently. Reason taking that first overpass map, 16-10. But Radix look to be going a little bit faster than 16-10 here.
I'm just still so stunned at that. That was just an insane round. Oh my God almighty. Right, okay. My voice is dead, that's for sure. Right, whenever they're ready to unpause, we'll get into this pistol round.
Anyway, back.
Oh man, I bet it's a tactical pause for us at this point, because
yeah.
Jesus, well,
get a bit of water on board.
Get a bit of water. Start thinking about how we're going to cope for the next 3 rounds.
Oh yeah,
since it seems more than likely that Radix are going to win this one.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that everyone's agreed that they're going to win this one. Reason, pretty much last chance saloon here on this. Going into Cobblestone, they're actually, I think, a little bit closer matched up, a little bit more unfamiliar. I don't think we've seen Cobblestone across the entire tournament so far. Certainly not in the streamed games. Not sure on the rest of the tournament, but Cobblestone much less played than the other maps. They're going to be a little bit more unfamiliar. Maybe Reason have an ace up their sleeve. Maybe they've been practicing it on the down low. See what they can do on that. Bring it back to that 2-all scoreline, which would take us to the 4th map on Mirage. Honestly, I think Reason could do it if they pull themselves together and try and rally behind that loss. It was very, very nice to see Radix taking such a dominant scoreline here, but I think Reason still have some life left in them.
Well, that's all to play for at this point, Reason. If they have life left in them, they need to find it now. And they need to get this pistol round, because I think that's basically going to be the be-all, end-all for the CT side. And then they need to find a monstrous CT side. Reason, if there is a god, they better start praying to it right now for this map up here. Because if there is one, it's probably in the form of Dancy sitting in this map right now. Good God, man. Good God. Right, here we go. Freeze time, unpaused. It will be the pistols out for both sides, of course, pistol round. Of course, it is the pistol round. Duh. P250 for Rom with the smoke and flashbang. The fuse kit for Cray, Kevlar for everybody else. He's got smoke on Cray as well. So, Radix, T-side push, looking to come in very, very quickly into this one. Smoke out from Rom in towards mid. Thomas and Hoodlum are the ones holding it down. And now Reason will try to set up a sensational defensive right here. Rom gets the first face onto the first man. Spots out the second on Thomas. Flashbang trying to keep them at bay, but he's going to take that mid control and back off, rejoin his team as they're ready to hit on towards the A side. This passive angle is being held by the Reason side, so the retake will have to be on. This defuse kit from Cray is going to become all so crucial. Hoodlum gets tapped down, and eventually Aussie does find his head. It's now a 5v4 backstab. Slow to come in from Reason, and CT setting themselves up for a 2-2 split from the truck and highway areas. Bomb down, jumping, looking for information, and Hoodlum taps down, Dream on, Aussie tapping away, takes down one, Karma gets a kill, so now it's back to a 3-on-3, they're sticking the defuse, Dancy, are you kidding me, what is this man made of? Karma now has to try and make the defuse work, the kit is down on the bomb itself, he's going to go tap it, he's got to find Jozzy though, he's got the defuse kit and he's running out of time, it's all over, I think it's going to go to the favour of Radix, this one's down to the wire, but Karma does not have it in his hands, 14-2, favour of the Radix side.
Radix taking it home yet again. They're going to have such an economic advantage here. And just every single round, they seem to just be running rings around Reason. It's very, very nice to watch, honestly. It's some beautiful CS coming out here. Reason Gaming probably at this point are giving up. They're probably just seeing what they can get. Maybe treating this as like the end of a scrim, maybe some practice getting in. See what happens. 16-3. I think they're going to take one round, and then Radix are going to shut them down on their economy round. So I think Radix are going to win this one, Reason win the next one, and then it goes to 16-3.
Karma, Deagle, trying to land first onto Rom, but Rom backs himself the hell away. And right now, Reason sitting on the ropes of destiny here. This matchup for them is sitting on a knife's edge, and they don't want to slip because that will not prove to be very pretty indeed. The Eagles, 5.7s, Kevlar helmets, no utility for Reason Gaming in this case. And they will tap and burst their way on towards the site, looking for whatever they can. Bomb jumps his way, taking down Cinder. Great start, 5-on-4. Hoodlum, Deagle doesn't land the first 3 shots. Actually, one does tag Aussie down, but the CTs making their way on towards A site. They think Rom's actually going to be the man to try and plant the bomb. No, it's not going to happen. He goes down, and now they're going to have to wrap back around, try to hit up this retake on the B site. It's a 4 versus 4. They got a UMP on Karma, but that is it to work with here.
Yeah, bomb gets planted. Not really too much to work on, and as I said, Radix going to be taking this round. I think their Reason, obviously saving up with their armor, take a look at their economy. They are going to be able to buy up UMPs and play up those close range guns. Maybe a P90 on board on Cinder, that we saw him earlier in, I think it was on Overpass, actually come big against a full buy. So we'll see if they opt to go for that again. Reason trying to pick up the pieces here. Hunting out anything they can find, but Radix won't be able to spot Nout. So, round 18, Radix with an opportunity to take us to a 2-1 lead in the maps. And, well, Reason probably given up on this map. I would at this stage. I think, well, we've said it before. I think, you know, at this point, you really are looking at the next map and thinking, do you know what? This map's a write-off. We obviously on our top of our game here. But, still give it our best. Go for some aggression. Dancers get his opening frag. That could be all she wrote. But Cinder pushing in aggressively behind the smoke. Looking for a pick-off. Nades going in. Flash is going in as well. Karma taking a little bit of damage. The bomb still posturing towards B. Although it is a little bit further back towards mid. Thomas playing close on that angle. Cinder biding his time. They want to take those close angles. Thomas sliding left, sliding right. Tipper tapping, not landing the headshot quite at the end there, but Thomas is in the smoke at risk here. Thomas finds one with a headshot on the 5-7. Rom finally closes it out, but taking down 4 HP as the rest of the CTs try and find anything they can, and the Ts are falling left, right, and center. Rom gets taken down finally by Cinder. DRM now, last man left standing versus 4, and here we go. Reason Gaming are trying to pick up this round 18, bringing us to that 15-3 scoreline. They can still do it. They can still come back. DRM manages to find the kill though, and Cinder falls. It's Cray on the flank. DRM walking straight into his crosshairs now. Ducking, diving, but it's not going to be enough. 15-3 on the scoreboard. Radix now. Pick it up. Make my prediction come true. 16-3.
I feel like Dream's shot there was his perfect example of Caster's curse. Reason have a chance to come back into it, and then he gets a kill.
Well, yeah, it's one kill, man. Like, come on.
The 1 kill on 12 rounds that Reason still need to make up here, so... Will it happen? Will it happen? I do not think so. Let's see if 16-3 will be the case for the Radix side. Dream getting himself straight up onto the boost spot, takes down Hoodlum to start things off, and now they'll make their way straight in towards mid-control, shutting down every single CT they see on the way. Karma and Cinder, last 2 alive. Cinder will take down 1, but I think this one may already be game, set, and match, unless Cinder can get himself control of that bomb right there. It's dropped out towards the garage area. He takes down Dream. Tom takes down Karma. So now it's a 1 versus 3. So it's just got infinitely more difficult. He's got that crucial information, but the Radix side know exactly where he's heading towards. They are expecting him to be in garage. And he's holding face for an ace clutch at this point in time. Spots out Dancy first. He's got to take frags into 7 more players. Flashes out, gets himself back behind the truck there, flashing himself on through, gets tagged up. This is going to get down to the wire, but there it is. Radix get themselves 16-3 on map 2 of our best of 5 series.